comes down to this, folks, over in the Europa Conference League as we head into the quarterfinal second leg. Who's going to, of course, go through to make it through to the semi-finals? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again in our prediction video today. We take a look at the quarterfinals, second legs, that's right, of course, as 8 clubs will become 4 at the end of this video. Who will they be? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second, of course. Big shout out to my VIPs. They are our patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, where the hell have you been? Smash your subscribe, boys and girls, as we look forward to seeing what you've got. So let's get into it then. Let's waste no more further ado and have a little look at what we're talking about. We are talking about the Europa Conference League, as of course that bubbles its head once again this week, and of course recapping my pickaroos. Where am I? There I am. Here we go. Recapping last weekend's action before we take a little look at your own pickaroos. But here we go. Victoria Pilsen against Fiorentina, 0-0 draw, and I got that one spot on the nose, guys. Yes, I did. Of course, I told you, Victoria Pilsen, difficult to beat, and they'll drag it out into the second leg as they go to Italy. Meanwhile, Olympiacos, 3-2 winners of Fenerbahce. I went with the 2-1 win. Olympiacos got the upper hand heading into the second leg as well. Villa, 2-1 winners of Lille, makes a spicy second leg for that one. I want the 2-0 win as well on that. And then Club Brugge with the 1-0 win over PAOK over in Belgium. I went with a draw. So pretty good. And then the same, got myself 25 points, the highest I've had in a fair bit, realistically. And what about, of course, the state of play in the table? We'll have a look. Here it is. Nico CT with 29 points. Little bastard. Alongside Motta as well, 29 points. Then it was me. And Ham and Jake with 25. So we did okay. The rest of you guys were shite. Get some time in. What about the overall state of play in the league? Well, the league looks like this. Costas K 419. Motta's up there with 419. Nico ZT in third at that moment. I'm the way down 8th, but I've given up. You know, I'm just too good. I don't do the bonus points anymore. And speaking of bonus points, we are going to look forward to those next round of games. It is the second legs, of course, coming at you this coming Thursday. So let's crack on with those second legs and give you my updated predictions as who I think will go through to the semi-final. So first and foremost, we're going to go to the early game. It's Fiorentina, it's Pilsen, of course, evenly matched over 0-0 in the first leg. This one, of course, will be the second time they have played each other. Fiorentina rocking a 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6 games, back-to-back draws for them. Of course, coming at you up against the Pilsen side, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 67% form for them right now. Unbeaten in the last 4, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Of course, the previous match for Pilsen was a 1-0 win for Slavia Prague. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodness gracious me, 4 clean sheets on the bounce for Victoria Pilsen up against the Fiorentina side. Not scoring many goals, just a 1-1 draw against Genoa this past weekend. Of course, so this one could go down to the wire. Could be another ball draw and potentially even be a penalty victory for Victoria Pilsen, perhaps, on this one. 5-2 on is, of course, your Fiorentina. Sorry, they are favoured here. 7-2 is the draw. 8-1 is your long shots. Of course, that's Victoria Pilsen. The odds for this one: Fiorentina are second favourites, 9-4 to go the distance. Victoria Pilsen are underdogs at 28-1. I do like my theory there with a 0-0 draw, dragging it to penalties, because who knows? You just don't know. But I think I think Fiorentina will play the upper hand here with the crowd, perhaps 1-0 win behind them. There's not going to be many goals in this one. Of course, Fiorentina's struggling to score. Pilsen don't give away that many. I just think 1 goal, maybe a penalty, whether it be an own goal or something. And of course, Fiorentina to nick the win. 1-0 win, go through the semi-finals, and maybe have a better bit of form heading into those semis. So speaking of the next games, is the second early game is Lille against Aston Villa. Coming out on Thursday, the 16th of April. Played each other again, just the one time. We'll talk about that shortly. Meanwhile, Lille, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. That was their last match, and we'll talk about that shortly. Meanwhile, Villa coming to this on 67% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. However, unbeaten in the last 3, including back-to-back wins. Of course, the reverse fixture, 2-1 it was for Villa at Villa Park. That was back on April the 11th. Villa pick up a 2-0 win over Arsenal. Monster win for them. Whereas Lille, last match was in fact that game against Aston Villa. So they're pretty much fresh from the weekend. I don't think they were in cup action, of course. But the odds for this one, then, Lille are 13-10 for the victory. 2-5 is the draw. 2-1 is your Aston Villa on this one. It's tight on the bookies for this one. They do have Villa still favoured 11-8 to lift the trophy, with Lille 9-1 to go the distance. And if they would fancy the chances, if they were to get past Lille on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, point apiece. It's the popular vote. 31% have gone with that vote, so I'm going to back them to grab enough to go through to the semi-finals. Meanwhile, of course, it'll be Fenerbahce up against Olympiacos coming at you over at Turkey. Now, these two sides have played each other a reputable 5 times in 2014, including that reverse fixture. Fenerbahce rocking 2 victories over the course of those 5 games, 3-2 win, their biggest, scoring 7 goals in those 5 games, 1.40 goals a game on average. Olympiacos 3-0 with the biggest, scoring 10 goals in those 5 games, 2 goals a game on average. They're on 67% form are Olympiacos right now, winning 3 in the bounce. Of course, meanwhile, Fenerbahce just 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. Just 1 win in the last 3 matches. Last time around, over at Fenerbahce, it was a 3-0 win for Olympiacos. Goodness gracious me, back in September 2021. That was the group stages of the Europa League way back when. The reverse fixture, of course, here was a 3-2 win for Olympiacos in Greece. And Olympiacos boasted 3 wins in the bounce against Fenerbahce. The Greek outfit picking up a 3-2 win. That was their last match. Fenerbahce's last match, which was a 2-1 win against Fatih Karagümrük in the Super League in Turkey. The odds here, 7-4 honours you Fenerbahce, 10-3 is, of course, the draw. 4-1 is, of course, your away win. The odds for this one, Fenerbahce are actually 12-1 to lift the trophy here. Olympiacos are 40-1. So basically, outsiders to get to the stage. So it's Fenerbahce struggling here. They're going to have to go with they're going to have to score a couple of goals. A 2-1 win for Fenerbahce would make it level. Would make it level on the scoreline on aggregate. And then who knows? That's the popular vote. 2-1 win there. I'm going to go 2-0 win for Fenerbahce, which should be enough for them to knock out Olympiacos, go through, and of course make it to the semi-finals. Into the final 2 then, it's PAOK up against Club Brugge coming at you over in Greece this time around. Played each other just 4 times to 2010, 1 win apiece, 2 draws, of course. PAOK rocking a 2-0 win, scoring 4 goals in those 4 games. It's a goal a game on average. Bruges 1-0 win, their biggest. That was the last one. 3 goals scored in those 4 games, 0.75 goals a game on average. PAOK 58% form for them right now, just back-to-back games without a win. Up against the Club Brugge side, 75% form for them right now, winning 3 in the bounce, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Of course, the reverse fixture, 1-0 winner was for Bruges in Bruges back just last week. Meanwhile, the last time they played each other in Greece was a 1-1 draw back in December, and a result like that puts Bruges into the semi-finals. Bruges last match was against PAOK. PAOK's last match was against Bruges. That was over in Belgium. Bruges' last match was against Antwerp. 3-0 and it was for them. Back-to-back clean sheets for Bruges heading into this one. Quick look at the odds here. PAOK are favoured for the victory here, 20-17 on. For them, 5-2 is the draw. 16-5 is your Club Brugge. They are unfancied here. I'm going to go with a PAOK surprise victory, 2-0 win for them. Of course, sorry, I forgot to give you the odds for the trophy here. The trophy, we got Club Brugge 8-1, PAOK are 22-1, massive underdog. So if a victory like this, 2-0 win, will put them through 2-1 on aggregate, and that'll put them the most unfancied team to go the distance in the old Europa League competition. But that is my picks, guys. And if I had to do my booster, it's a very tough one to call my booster on this one. I probably would go with Fenerbahce's victory over Olympiacos. I think I'll play my booster on that. In fact, I'll switch it. I'll switch it to Fiorentina against Pince. I think they'll just about nick it. Again, don't forget to fill in the other blanks if you want more points to see if you can help predict me, the prediction king. That's it, guys. No rest for the wicked. Games are coming thick and fast. Of course, after this, we'll be back for the semi-finals. But until then, subscribe, smash your like. I'll see you soon for the next one.